Here they are then on the grid, your first senior final of Kartmasters 2024, and I'm going to catch up with your pole man, Macaulay Bishop. Macaulay, you faced some teething problems this weekend, but you find yourself on the top spot going into this race. How are you feeling?
I mean, obviously starting on pole, you're going to be a bit more nervous than starting 10th. Yeah, so I'll just see what happens. You can't really plan these sort of races, so I'll just take it how it goes.
And through both Rotax and X30, you're one of the drivers that has won a lot of different championships, a lot of different races, but how much would it mean to you to win Kartmasters?
I mean, obviously I won it in junior last year, but I think winning it in senior will probably mean a bit more to me.
Well, good luck to you, Macaulay. We'll head over then to Matthew Higgins, who is Macaulay's teammate. He's starting number 2. Matt, how are you feeling ahead of this race?
Yeah, pretty excited. I think it'll be a hack, and yeah, that's what we all come here for, so yeah, it should be good.
And having raced in this personally, I think it's every man for themselves, but do you think in the early stages of the race you've got a teammate in Macaulay?
I hope so, yeah, we'll see.
And then I asked Taylor Orridge a similar question earlier on. You've got new boots on for the final, as has everybody else. Do you think there's a bit of game going on there? Will you be managing the tyre differently, or are you just going to put your foot down?
I don't think I'll be any managing the tyre. I think it'll just be hacked from green to checkered.
Anything else to add?
Here we go.
We'll head down the grid then, because we've got a little bit more time. We've got Jaden Teen starting behind teammates Macaulay and Matt. We've also got Guy Cunnington starting 5th. Guy consistently within British karting is at the sharp end of the field. He is a Kartmasters champion back in 2021. Guy, do you reckon you can replicate that 21 win?
Yeah, of course we can.
Why do you think that?
It's just my sort of race to get stuck in. I think we know we're quick enough. We're in the right position, so yeah, we'll let it kick off in front and pick up the pieces, I hope.
We'll see if it kicks off then, Guy. Good luck. Time to clear the grid then. That is Senior Rotax. We'll head off.
Thank you, Nicole. This one is going to be another brilliant race. Junior X30 was chaotic enough. Senior X30 has produced some of the best action so far this weekend. We had one race that was a little too scrappy, but hopefully all the drivers behaved themselves. We saw in the back of shot while Nicole was interviewing Macaulay Bishop that Guy Cunnington and Caden McQueen were both having an informal chat before the race, so clearly they're in good spirits. But we have a hell of a grid of drivers. Any one of the top 12, 14 drivers, I reckon, could win this one. We've seen Kai Hunter, he's down at the bottom end of the top 10. He could definitely come through, as well as many drivers like Ian Garrity as well. But 2 rolling up laps for the brand new tyres that all of these drivers have to take in this Grand Prix final here in 2024 at the Paul Fletcher International Circuit. I'll take you through the first 8 drivers on the grid. It's Macaulay Bishop, the O-plate, who starts on pole position alongside his teammate or nemesis, depending on which race you look at this weekend, Matthew Higgins. Caden McQueen starts 3rd alongside Jaden Teen. It's a Dan Holland Racing 3 out of the top 4. Then we have Guy Cunnington for Guy Cunnington Racing in 5th. Gustav Buzakovs for Hunter Motorsports in 6th. Teddy Pritchard Williams for Strawberry Racing in 7th. And then Jamie Perilli for Jax Motorsport in 8th.
Newest member of the Tier 1 club, Jax Motorsport. Jack Lilly and Ian Garrity are on row number 5, Joshua Graham and Kai Hunter, row 6. Armand Hamilton and Brandon Klein-Nagel bought row 7, Austin Lee and Jack Stedman, row 8.
Row number 9 will be started by Deacon Russell, and Ben Folland for Thule Motorsports will be on the outside in 18th. Row number 10, Alex Adams-Acton, another Jax Motorsport driver in 19th. 20th, Charlie Morrison-Jones, the privateer. 21st, Ralph Youngling for Dan Holland Racing, and then Liam Hartley, who was very quick on Friday qualifying, hasn't quite found that run of pace the rest of the weekend, but potentially he may find it on these new tyres in the GP plate race. He's starting 22nd. 23rd, Jabba Al-Sabah for XL Motorsport, and then Morgan Hudson for Sam Pollitt Racing starts 24th.
Sam Baker and Harry the Lion Hannam on row 13. Marcus Littlewood and Ryan Ward, row 14. Jack Collins and Lebanon's Omar Ganoum on row 15. Richard Harris, Tyler Harris, and Ollie Goodyear on row row number 16. Harry Bloor, James Swindell, Zach Heslop and Neo Clark round out the finishers. Senior Rotax made its debut here at Kartmasters all the way back in 2000. Mike Simpson won the first 4 versions of this event. Then Stephen Lane, David Bell-Chambers, John Boyd, Mike Simpson again, Chris Locke, Luke Varley, Jack Holdsworth, Ed Brand, Ash Hand, Oliver Hodgson, Jack Bartholomew, Ben Barnacoats won it twice, Joe Turney has won it, Morgan Porter, Guy Cunnington, and for the last 2 years, it's been Kai Hunter.
Kai Hunter's won it the last 2 years. He's got a bit of work to do today if he's going to do the same. Lots of Dan Holland carts at the front of the field, but also very, very competitive it has been. Are we going to go green the first time? Looks like the field are fairly well organised, and we are green, and it is Macaulay Bishop that takes the lead immediately, followed closely by Caden McQueen, but it is from the outside of the front row. Matthew Higgins into second place already. They came together in one of the heats earlier on, but Gustav Uzakov's all the way already past Jaden Tien.
36 carts go on to the bridge and 36 carts come off the bridge.
Move for the lead already, or look for the lead. Higgins looking up the inside but can't get the move done. Higgins still in second, McQueen third. Already in fourth place is Teddy Pritchard-Williams, but looking around the outside goes Guy Cunnington. Can he get that done? Oh, Teddy shows him the grass, but Cunnington still gets the move done. He'll have dirt on his tyres for the next section, so that gap will probably open out to the drivers in front, and everyone else being so far pretty well behaved. No, Pritchard-Williams. Oh, that was wheel-to-wheel touching.
Up over the back of Guy Cunnington.
Pritchard-Williams joins back in ahead of Tien, so not all is lost. Gustav Uzakov has had a brilliant start, as has his Hunter Motorsport teammate, Kai Hunter, the GP plate. They are in 4th and 5th respectively, so up 7 places is Kai Hunter to 5th, up 4 places. There's also Brandon Klein-Nagelvoort at the top 10.
There is Higgins, Matt Higgins, second in last year's British Championship, second in this event a year ago. He wears the number 2 plate, but he wants to prove that he's not a number 2, he's a number 1, he's a winner. Caden McQueen, another driver. Hard to believe that McQueen has never won a GP plate. That is almost unthinkable when you think how competitive he is all the time.
Yes, he's always there. He's always there, Henry. Always within the top 5 or so, despite for incidents. But in this race, he's taken the lead early. He wants to lead from the front. He wants to show that KR Sport are also a leading team when there's a lot of Dan Holland drivers around him. But this is an absolute scrap for the lower end of the top 10 and mid-teens. But not just KR Sport and Dan Holland Racing, the 2 Hunter Motorsport drivers of Uzakovs and Hunter, 4th and 5th.
I mean, Sean Butcher's already staked his claim for kart mechanic bingo by wearing the tightest pair of shorts known to mankind out there. And McQueen loses the lead, though.
Kai Hunter up the inside of both Uzakovs and
Matthew Higgins there. Here comes Uzakovs. So it's Hunter Motorsport joining the party up at the front. Behind KR Sport, behind Dan Holland Racing. Then it's Bishop back in 5th, Guy Cunnington Racing. Guy Cunnington, it's only their 3rd year in existence, the Guy Cunnington team, and for Hunter Motorsport as well. Behind them, it's Teddy Pritchard-Williams, Jaden Tien, Jamie Perilli, and Brandon Klein-Nagelvoort. Jack Lilly, Jack Stedman, Kian Garrity, and next, movers and shakers. We've still got, how many drivers? We've still got already 30.
Have we still got everyone? Let's have a quick look. I'll get my mouse across the time
We've got
screen.
2 drivers, penalties. Austin Lee, 5-second penalty, out of formation. And number 146, Harry Bloor, 3-second penalty, out of formation.
Yes, so it looks like we have only lost Harry Bloor for Precision Racing, unless he's still circulating. Yes, no, everyone is still circulating. But this battle for the lead is growing. Joining the party, Guy Cunnington. He sounded confident on the grid. He said it's my kind of race. He said he's going to let the chaos ensue ahead and pick off the piece. And he's done exactly that already. Past Macaulay Bishop. Challenging on Gustav Uzakovs. Can he go around the outside? He's already tried once around the outside of Pritchard-Williams, and he's done it again around the outside of Uzakovs. Now, Macaulay Bishop gets past Uzakovs. Jaden Tien, who's been so quick in the dry conditions this weekend, is still in this. Teddy Pritchard-Williams, who went out wide on the first lap, is well in with this fight. But Cunnington just picking his way through, now up into 4th place.
So we talk about 11 drivers that successfully defended a title. Only 2 drivers have ever defended it twice. Ben Barnacote in Senior X30, he won it 2017,
Change for the lead,
18
sorry,
and
Henry.
19.
Caden McQueen going up the inside of Higgins, but Higgins has fended him off, or has he? Oh, that's risky going through there. We've seen moves like that end in tears this weekend in a number of classes, but actually, Caden McQueen trying to go up one has lost out to Kai Hunter in the GP plate. This front three is broken away. Kai Hunter now under pressure from a cutback from McQueen. That was a naughty cutback. Can McQueen go for the lead of the race around the outside? I don't think Higgins is going to allow that this early on.
Yeah, the only other driver, Mike Simpson, he said earlier he won 4 in a row. Barnacote has won 3 in a row in the same class. If Kai Hunter gets to the front, it would be Simpson, Barnacote, Hunter.
That's
on
an elite
that list.
An elite group of drivers to defend titles more than a couple of times. In fact, not many drivers have defended their title at all, but Caden McQueen gets past Kai Hunter and closely following in, right on the rear of Kai Hunter now is Bishop.
Yeah, Bishop is back. Bishop, last year's Junior Rotax champion. Guy Cunnington, the 2021 Senior Rotax GP plate winner. And then Kai Hunter, the last 2 years in Senior Rotax.
Right, this is where Matthew Higgins has got an advantage. McQueen doesn't feel safe to use the normal racing line, and the gap has opened out. It says up the top left-hand side it's at 1/10 of a second. It's not. It's more like half a second now.
The switchback earlier, only a 6.5 on the Fleming scale of naughtiness.
I would agree. It was a 6.5. It was solid, but it wasn't quite the 9.5 we saw earlier on from, was it our Junior X30 drivers?
Yes, and of course a 10 is something that no human can comprehend.
Only Tom Fleming.
Only Tom Fleming could even comprehend that, yes.
It's the battle for second has settled down in the final sector. McQueen has now got his sights set firmly on the back of the number 2 kart of Matthew Higgins. There's 3 different teams inside the top 4, but they're all fighting to keep themselves in with a chance of winning. McQueen defends once again into the bowl, and Macaulay Bishop looking up the inside of Kai Hunter gets the move done.
Higgins is pulling away, the Welshman from Trefeglois, the son of rally legend David Higgins, the nephew of rally legend Mark Higgins. And now Higgins, who is racing in GT Cup, GT4, something like that.
Yes.
Oh dear, Austin Lee out of the race. Higgins was supposed to not be racing karts full time this year. Often that happens. We talked about it with Jamie Perilli, how you retire and then you come back and think, oh, the pressure's off, and you go quicker. The same for Matt Higgins. He's racing in Europe as well. As we come through the final corner, Higgins checks over. Oh, Caden McQueen is closing in. McQueen, again, Royal Princess Motorsport, the Ka-chow. Teddy Pritchard-Williams is up into...
I'm just laughing at Curtis McQueen saying this is McQueen's all day, boys. Well, I don't think there's any bias there at all, is there?
Unfortunately, Callum Voisin, doesn't know how to defend. Right? When you got skills like Fleming, you don't need to defend.
Callum Voisin, recent inaugural winner of Formula 3 race. Callum Voisin, of course,
and former British Kart Championship Minimax contender.
Absolutely, Callum Voisin racing the GB3 Championship, won that last season. Now promoted to the F3 Championship. But let's not talk about car racing. Yes. Today is all about go-karts. Also, talking about go-karts, a good go-kart move up the inside of Bobby Game from the O-plate of Macaulay Bishop, and McQueen is back.
Ooh, that was McQueen did not want to get hung out to dry anymore.
That was as close to having a crash as you can get without having a crash.
Yes. McQueen and Pritchard-Williams had an accident without actually having an accident. And again, that was Caden McQueen. He got Bishop opened the door, Hunter went through, Cunnington capitalised. McQueen was like, right, there's no more, thou shalt not pass.
Henry, you're well acquainted with nearly having accidents, aren't you, with this weekend?
Yes.
We'll move on from that. McQueen is currently...
Less than nearly.
Anyway, moving on to go-kart racing once again. This battle for second place needs not to ding-dong too much, otherwise Matthew Higgins' lead of 8/10 will grow. Let's take a look at the first sector. Higgins actually losing a couple of tenths to the battle behind, so this group is closing in. Now, last time we saw Macaulay Bishop try and move for the lead on Higgins, they weren't friends for a few hours afterwards. I wonder if the same thing will repeat. I hope not, because we want to see a good, clean fight for the GP title. I'm going to say I think potentially the most competitive grid we have for GP plate this year.
I think that would not be an incorrect statement. a debatable statement as the X30 crowd start ganging up outside the commentary box window. But no, I think you're right.
Statistically, look at the numbers.
I think you're right. I think you are right. I think this is Senior Rotax on one. Sometimes it's a joy to behold. Other times it was not.
Yes, there was one particular heat which we will never mention again.
Heat 6, Heat 4 is like Fight Club. What's the first rule about Heat 4?
Don't talk about Heat 4. Right, talking about racing again.
Yes.
Kai Hunter has decided he's quicker than Macaulay Bishop and wants to close this gap down to his Dan Holland Racing, or to call Macaulay Bishop's Dan Holland Racing teammate of Matthew Higgins. The gap has reduced by a tenth and a bit, but that's not going down quick enough with only 5 minutes and 30 seconds plus a lap. Henry.
Yes, up until last year, of course, Hunter, Higgins and Bishop all part of the THR team. Bishop moves up to senior. Hunter goes over to his brother Reese's team to try and bring that on. Kai Hunter turns up at the Dubai O-Plate in January, leaves the Kaya car keys in the hotel room, still wins the O-Plate championship. Beats Callum Bradshaw, nonetheless, for that race. Goes to Vegas to race a one-off race at the SCUSA Spring Nationals with the Rollinson Performance Group. Wins it, takes $5,000 in cash money, prize money. Comes back, trying to become a 3-time Kartmasters champion, trying to defend his British title, trying to go out to Vegas to win the Las Vegas Supernats in November, the richest kart race in the world. And he's got to get up to Wales, is Matthew Higgins. 2 Welshmen have ever won a Kartmasters title. Jordan Chamberlain and Harry Linden, both are here. Are we going to get a 3rd Welsh Kartmasters champion? If we do, I may actually blow a gasket.
Yes. Not for the first time this weekend, Henry, and Kai Hunter probably did the right thing to get into second place, because it looks like the gap is coming down, although I say that. A brilliant lap from Matthew Higgins in that last one, a 57 flat, plays at 56.9.
Hunter's got what's happened there?
What happened? I missed it. I was looking at the timing screen. Let's have a look. That has elevated Caden McQueen into 3rd and Guy Cunnington in 2nd. Where has that come from? There must have been a disagreement in track positioning at the bowl corner.
Could we possibly have a look?
We will very, very shortly. But for
Rob
now,
is frantically looking for that there.
For now, it looks like Kai Hunter, our reigning double champion, is unlikely to be able to reclaim his title, although there's still 3 minutes 40 to go, and the one person that's helped is Matthew Higgins. Matthew Higgins gap to the lead, now over a second to Guy Cunnington. Guy Cunnington said he was confident. It's a type of race to win. Here we go, have a look. Right, so we go. It was, Bishop again. That's almost a carbon copy of the overtake that failed on Matthew Higgins earlier in the weekend. Only the only difference being that he went down and Hunter went up, so Hunter will not be happy with that. No, sirree, he will not. I think Macaulay Bishop are just a bit too over-exuberant into that corner a couple of times this weekend, but he's still in the fight.
Yes, and of course the Hunter family, they run the Karting Northeast up at Wardenlaw in the People's Republic of Thai in Weir. Next month, 1 week after the World Championships here, the Rotax Grand Festival goes to the People's Republic of Thai in Weir. 2 tickets to the Grand Finals in Minimax and Micromax. The E-Plate, the E-Plate for Rotax in Junior and Senior. The winner of the Senior Rotax E-Plate gets a DD2 ticket to the Grand Finals. Now, anyone from any over the world can enter. You don't have to be British to win the Micromax or the Minimax ticket, but you do have to be a British license holder to win the DD2 ticket.
Right.
Okay.
Let's have a look at some lap times. Let's have a look at some lap times. Right, Caden McQueen has taken the position away from Cunnington and Bishop. McQueen on that last lap only lost half a tenth with overtake, so I think potentially has a speed advantage over Higgins. Is that speed advantage going to be enough to whittle down that just over 1 second gap? It's going to be hard, but if anyone can do it, Caden can do it.
Okay, yes. Bishop behind him. Cunnington in 3rd. Now, at the side of the track, there is a go-kart that is parked. Who is that in 36th position?
That was the driver that stopped earlier on. McQueen having to defend into Fullerton S's, but they already took they already took a tenth out of Matthew Higgins in the first sector. Let's have a look at the middle sector. 17.9 from Higgins and 18.1 from the rest of that group. This is not enough. Boys, you need to work together if you want to win a GP plate.
Yes, indeed. Now, it's 35 drivers still run. Ollie Goodyear, Harry Bloor, Ryan Ward, Morgan Hudson, Jack Collins are outside the top 30. Jabba Al-Sabah from the UAE is in 28th. Privateer Charlie Morrison-Jones, 26th. Ralph Youngling, 23rd. Omar Ganoum is 24th.
For second place.
Bishop into P2.
Yeah, and also Higgins has seen over his shoulder that they're already fighting. Right, I think Bishop has decided that the win has gone and he wants to get a DHR 1-2.
No, Bishop doesn't know what the meaning of the word win has gone is. He is defending. Here comes Teddy Pritchard-Williams. Super Ted. Has he got one more flight in him? But can we get 2 Welshmen on the podium? Oh my goodness me. Super Ted, Welsh by the fact that his dad Damon's got a caravan in Prestatyn. Here we go. McQueen back on the inside, McQueen back on the podium.
Brilliant overtake.
Investigation, Macaulay Bishop, sorry Piers.
Yeah, that'll be for the move on the inside of Kai Hunter. That could change the podium positions, but it won't change the win because the gap at the front of the field is now 2.1 seconds. Matthew Higgins is in an absolutely wonderful position. He's got 2 more laps, this one and 1 more, to get his first GP play after what has been a very, very difficult weekend.
Yes, indeed. Coming at the end of the heats yesterday, Matt Higgins thought he was going to be in the repechage. He'd had such a terrible run of it. He had 2 decent results, a retirement and then another poor result. He winds up, where did he start? He
14th,
started
I think.
15th in the pre-final. That became second, so he was 15th in the pre-final this morning. Now, here we go. The clock has struck 0. Bishop in second under investigation. This is Matthew Higgins' race to lose. He hasn't won a title since the 2020 British Junior Championship. It's been a long, long wait for Matthew Higgins.
Around the outside goes Caden McQueen. Can he get that done? I think Macaulay Bishop is going to send it in hard on the bridge so that Macaulay can't go the inside.
Oh my
what
God.
a move. That's brilliant. See you later.
Here comes Pritchard-Williams. We're going to have 2 Welshmen on the podium. I've never said that in any kart race
Kai
apart with the
Hunter's still
Welsh
in this.
Championships before.
Kai Hunter and Guy Cunnington go side by side. It's now 3 abreast into the second hairpin. Now Hunter has got the cutback on his teammate of Uzakov's, and Cunnington nearly gets the cutback also on Macaulay Bishop. This is the last lap.
Hunter, yes, goodbye Macaulay.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's a bit of a... Oh, and Macaulay returns the favour. That's silly. That's
silly.
stupid.
Right,
I'm sorry.
Get to Matthew Higgins. Cumbria Bith. Wales have a Kartmasters champion again. Well done, Matty. And Wales have got 2 flags on the podium. My cup of Welsh joy is overflowing back.
Oh my goodness, drama. You can see the dejection from Kai Hunter. He's got damage on his rear end. I think, unfortunately, Macaulay Bishop being a bit too desperate there, from my opinion. I think both of those moves were over-enthusiastic.
I mean, the first incident between them on the bowl, that was a racing incident, a bit over-ambitious. The second incident, where Kai Hunter came out of the came out of that back, and then, of course, unfortunately, you end up with 2 drivers using 75 miles an hour go-karts as weapons.
We'll not talk about that anymore.
No, we won't, because Matthew Higgins, Caden McQueen, Teddy Pritchard-Williams are on the podium. Wales, England, Wales.
Your theory about drivers, the speed that they go back to the pits, inversely proportional to how happy they are, is playing out because Macaulay Bishop is already in the pit lane.
Yes, he is. He broke the lap record, came back to the pits.
Yes, and Matthew Higgins is going to be last. I mean, fair play to him, picking up all the rubber he can to make sure that he guarantees himself that victory, and he deserves it. He has had a hard-fought weekend of racing.
That's not deliberate. Again, not everyone does it. These teams, they run the weight limit as close as they possibly can.
As they should.
As they should. Now, Guy Cunnington 4th, Jamie Perilli. Jack's Motorsport, Tier 1 Jack's Motorsport is 5th, and Harry the Lion up to the top 10. Where did the Lion come from for Jack Dex Racing? Just behind Cian Garrity, Jaden Teen, the Dutchman. There he is. Right, he gets a bonus point for doing his winner's interview with Nicole Sutherland in Welsh. That'll upset 99.99% of the audience, but don't worry, I'll translate.
Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Well, Matthew Higgins is going to be very happy, and also I imagine our interviewer, Nicole, will probably have a slightly bigger smile than normal.
Why?
Because she knows Matthew Higgins.
Oh, okay, I don't know, because he's a nice guy,
He's a lovely guy.
He's a nice guy, but he's still got to do it in Welsh. Still got to do it in Welsh.
Wow, what a race. What a race indeed. And it was, I mean, to be honest, Matthew Higgins just timed it absolutely perfectly, and you've got to be in the right place at the right time, and he does take the win in provisional standings. Caden McQueen second, Teddy Pritchard-Williams rounds out the top three in our podium, Guy Cunnington fourth, Jamie Perilli fifth, Gustav Buzakov's in sixth, a good result for him. Joshua Graham in seventh, Keane Gerrity in eighth, Harry Hannum all the way up to a number of places, I think 17 to 9th, then Jaden Tean in 10th, Jack Lilly 11th, Macaulay Bishop ended up in 12th, but I don't think that's where he will be in the results. 13th was Brandon Klein-Nuggelvor, and Marcus Littlewood actually with a good drive up to 14th, up 13 places. Then Ben Follen, Jack Steadman, Neo Clark, a good drive from him, Liam Hartley, Tyler Harris, Kai Hunter, Alex Adams Acton, Sam Baker, Charlie Morrison-Jones, Ralph Youngling, Armand Hamilton, James Swindles, Jabba Al-Saba is the top 27, 28th. We have Ryan Ward, Harry Bloor, Zach Heslop, Omar Ganoom, Ollie Goodyear, Deacon Russell, Jack Collins, Morgan Hudson, and our only non-finisher in that one was Austin Lee. We knew it was going to be dramatic. We were hoping it was going to be for the lead. It wasn't, but still a great race nonetheless.
Congratulations to Mar Lindwall. I'll do this in the Cockney Rhymers Lane, that can't race. An absolute corker with that fella legging it like proper codswall at Foods and Canes like. He haven't no stop smack, eating his bangers and mash.
You should have been an East London boy, Henry, not from Wales.
Yeah, well, I got a couple of contacts.
Right,
Here
I think it's about time.
Here we go. The crowd erupt in applause. Matthew Higgins. The 2 becomes the GP plate. Caden McQueen and Super Ted. Oh, Jax, you're going to get upset at me now, but it's the big 3 on the podium. DHR, KR Sport and Strawberry. Over to you.
There. That's good to see some emotion there. Of course, they do know each other.
Well, yeah, we all know each other. We're all in karting together. yeah.
Nicole, we'll let you compose yourself for a moment before you conduct these interviews. I'm sure those cheeks will be a bit rosier than normal, but a great result for Matthew Higgins. And Nicole, are you ready for us down there?
I believe there's Caden McQueen. Now we're going to get through a Matthew Higgins interview in Welsh, Caden McQueen any interview is class, and Teddy Pritchard-Williams, who is again a very, very well-spoken driver, and that's what you want to see. The top threes, and don't forget Pritchard-Williams and Caden McQueen almost had a crash.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they? Very nearly.
There they are. There we go. Apologies to Sam Pollock Racing and Jack's Motorsport. Then, yeah, apologies. No, they're not the big 3. They were the big 3. Now we got the big 5. Nicole Sutherland, time to interview our first winner in Welsh. Take it away, boy Bach, girl Bach. Huh?
There he is, Matthew Higgins, your 2024 Senior Rotax winner. Matt, you've tried to win this one so many times, and every time you've got so close, but this time you've done it. How do you feel?
Yeah, pretty buzzing, to be fair. Had to let it sink in on the end lap that actually was the final. I mean, yeah, come close a few times, but yeah, pretty crazy.
And I watched you probably with a minute to go. You looked behind you, and I could tell that you knew that you had it. How did it feel when you looked behind you and saw that?
Yeah, like I say, I mean, it's pretty amazing, but yeah, still didn't really sink in that it actually was the final. So yeah, like I say, amazing.
I'm going to present you with this, the blue GP plate for 2024. Congratulations. Who have you got to thank?
All of DHR, Dad, of course. Yeah, all my family and all my sponsors, Time Racing Engines. Yeah, just all the boys, really.
I can see some of DHR at the gate over there. I can see your granddad, and I can see them in the distance on the grandstand. I think a big round of applause for Matthew from DHR. I can see that they're happy. We'll head back then to Caden McQueen, who's on number 2 for this race. Caden, how do you feel?
Yeah, I think we had the speed to win, but it was just a shame that it turned out to be a race for second. I think there was a stage in the race where I was closing in on that, but yeah, it was just not meant to be.
I think just to be on the podium at this event is such an achievement, and you have got another go later on in the X30. Are you feeling ready for it?
Yeah, hopefully we can go one better.
We'll see you do that then, Caden. We'll head over to Super Teddy Pritchard-Williams, who's on number 3. Another podium for the Strawberry Racing team. Teddy, happy with that one?
Yeah, really happy. It's just nice to get on the podium. Bit scrappy, but no, really happy.
you know, like I said to Caden, even just to be on a podium at this race is a huge achievement. I think Strawberry have done a fantastic job so far. Have you got anybody else to thank other than the team?
My mum and dad, they give up so much to let me race, so big thank you to them. Straubs, Cooley, and I'll say Kimber this time, so cheers, Mark.
Thanks, Teddy. Congratulations.